Hi, I'm Bob Middeke with My Side America, and this is Trent Hensley with Boerne Customs.
Sir.
And I just come by to see if we could talk about what you do here and how you got started, cars and stuff like that.
Well, I always kind of liked working on cars, ever since I was in high school and stuff, man. Did a little tinkering here and there, and man, worked construction for years, and then kind of got tired of doing that, and did some work with a buddy of mine at a shop that mostly focused on Mustang restoration, and did that for about 6 or 8 months, and then decided to kind of go do some stuff on my own, and did some paint work on some cars there, and came across some deals where I felt were a little above my capabilities at the time, and that's how I actually met Chris, and contracted him to do some work, some welding repair on some stuff for me, and that's how we met. Kind of developed a relationship, and over time started working more and more together with him, and it's kind of how we started. That was probably in I guess about 2002 that I had started working with Chris. And yeah, just mostly started doing the artwork type of stuff, man. That's kind of one of the things I bring to the table is the, custom paint, artwork, flame jobs, stuff like that. And so some of the first stuff I did for him was that type of work. And as time progressed, man, needed to do more stuff, whatever came down the line. And we've just been going and going and going.
You've got a 58 Chevy.
Yeah.
I guess you did all the flame work and paint work on that?
Yeah, I bought that car actually before I was hanging out with Chris, and before we started working together, and went through that car, painted it, and did shaved some of the trim off of it, and airbagged it, and did some stuff to it, and then ripped into it and painted the whole thing, flamed it, and that was probably a year or two into our relationship that we dove into that car. Still have it today. Yeah, it's a cool car. Have fun with it for sure.
Yeah, I just noticed some photographs of it. So it's been in the magazines.
Yeah, it made a mag, man. It was one of the perks of the job, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's neat, So you do artwork around. I noticed there's a lot of artwork around the shop.
Yeah, it's one of the things I bring to the table is the flame jobs, panel fades, pinstriping, stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of the artwork type of stuff, and from working with Chris, I developed a lot more skills of fabrication side of thing, and man, it just never ends. You're always learning more and more and more. Every job you do, you learn something else that you didn't know before, and the other people we're surrounded by that work with us, you always learn stuff from them, and so so it's always just an evolution, man. Every car brings something different to the table, and a new set of challenges that you have to kind of work through and sort out and send on down the road. So yeah, it's a never-ending evolution.
Is there any particular car that really put you to your to the effort?
Yeah, probably a maroon Mustang, man, that we've done a bunch of work on, and it's got a crazy rowdy motor in it, and 6-speed train. We did all the driveline and stuff on it. Yeah, and we're still sorting through stuff with that car even still, man. Some of them put up a fight, and that one's a fighter for sure.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's just like a drag.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's pretty radical car.
It's not something you take out on the street every day, I wouldn't think.
No, I wouldn't think, man. But he drives it a lot. The owner drives that car quite a bit, man. He has fun with it. Yeah, for sure.
I noticed you do guitars.
Yeah.
You build guitars.
Yeah, back when I was in high school, man, I played music and was in bands and did all that, and kind of got out of it for years, and then a lot of my stuff got stolen, man. And so I kind of walked away from the music thing and the guitar thing for probably about 15 years. And then, man, as time went on, I kind of wanted to get back into it. I worked years doing construction, and so that kind of scratched the woodworking itch. And I got out of doing that when I started doing cars. And so, man, I wanted to kind of get back into music and started down that road, and decided, man, I'll build some guitars and kind of get me back into doing some woodworking and producing something that's a little different than the car thing. You struggle with you take something that was a hobby that you really love to do, and then you turn it into work, and then you got to try and make it where it's not work, And so in order to do that, you got to try and maintain a balance with stuff. And for years I would do this all day, and then I would go home and I'd work on car stuff, on my personal stuff at night.
Right.
And man, all that stuff takes a toll on your love for the hobby and stuff. And so it was I needed to do something that was different than the car thing. And so that's
really
why I
lean into
started
the
out.
art portion of the.
Man, I'm a left brainer, yeah, for sure, man. Not real good with book learning, but real good with my hands, and definitely got an artist's mind, for sure. And so, yeah, that's what kind of drove me down that road. And man, I like nice things, and and I'm just a working stiff. I can't afford big high-dollar guitars and high-dollar cars, so I had to learn how to do that stuff out of necessity. I want that stuff, but I can't afford to pay somebody else to do it, and so I learned how to do it on my own. And, I'm what I call a process guy. I like the processes of doing things. I'm not so much about the finish line. I mean, you have to finish stuff and you have to get it done and get it deliverable.
Right.
But what I really enjoy is the process of doing things, whether it be restoring a car or working on an old house or building a guitar. All those things. It's the processes that you go through and the steps that you go through. To me, that's therapeutic. That's the stuff that keeps me sane. Keeps me from going crazy. I'm not a guy that can just sit there and watch TV. Man, I have to do something and feel like I'm producing.
Right.
And so it's cool, man. I've been super fortunate to be able to take things that I do in my life that I love and try and find a way that they can make me money and sustain my life. And man, I've been super fortunate with the people I've been surrounded by to help facilitate that in my life. So.
Is there anything I should have asked you that I haven't asked you?
No, not that I can think of, man.
So
Keep doing killer work on our website.
That's not the kind of question I should have asked you. I should have asked you a leading question.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, whatever gets it over sooner.
Right. Well, I appreciate talking with
Sure
you. Maybe
thing.
we'll have another review sometime down the road. I still got Randy to talk to.
Right on.
We talked to Chris a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to put it on the website and let people see it. Put it on Facebook so you can share it.
Cool. That'll
I
work.
appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.